Hello, I'm Vlador from Moscow, Russia. I'm using Ableton Live, and today I will talk about sense, pre-faders and post-faders settings in Ableton Live. I got a prepared project with this tune. So, signal flow in Ableton Live organized pretty same way like in analog mixing board. But there are a couple of differences. There is no visual presentation of buses in Live, and in Ableton Live, auxiliary channels are called return tracks. Each track marked by a letter from A, B, and so on. You can add return track by this command or delete it. So there are sections in each track called sense. In this section we can set the amount of signal which going from each track to any return track by these knobs. So return tracks also have sense, but they are disabled by default. You can enable it to send from one return track to another. Master track also has a sense section. In master track sense section you can switch the send type by pressing post press switch of each return track. It means post fader send or pre fader send, and if your return track is in post fader mode, like all of this, it means that all the track which sends signals to this return track will send those signals after their faders, and their faders will depend on input level of return track. Let's see how it works. I'm moving down the fader. So the fader of the track works like the dry wet setting, and it makes different to the return track input. That works fine for parallel processing or just processing reverb delay effects in common, when you get to be sure that if you fade out your track you won't hear any reverb from this track, any effects. So this is one type of mode, post fader. If you set the mode of return track to pre-fader mode, it will change the picture. Let's hear. As you heard, this mode is for monitoring is common. Now the fader doesn't affect the return track input. If you're using return track to create a submix for monitoring, you got to be sure that your main mix doesn't affect your monitor mix. So you can build your submixes for monitoring with pre-fader settings. I hope you like this video. Goodbye.